Imagine being the receiver every DB fears. The one who catches everything, the one who is completely unguardable, the one who is making all the highlight plays. What if you could become this player? You know you have the potential, but something's holding you back. When you step on the field and an opportunity presents itself, it just seems like you just let it get away from you sometimes. You make some plays here and there, but nobody ever considers you the best receiver. If you could resonate with that message, then this video is for you, and make sure you stick around because everything I'm about to tell you in this video, all of it ties in together. And if you neglect one thing, then you won't become that receiver you always wanted to be. So take notes, listen to every single talking point of this video. And if you take action and really improve each and every aspect, you will become that receiver that nobody can touch on the field. And that's making all the plays. So let's go. The first thing for becoming the best receiver on the field is we have to understand what our game is. Are we big and tall? How fast are we? Is our technique naturally good? Do we have nice hands, or do our hands need some work? Do we have high football IQ, or do we have low football IQ? Do we know what the coverages are? Do we know what our plays are? What our quarterback is expecting us to do on each and every play? Because Tyreek Hill and DeAndre Hopkins, they both play receiver, but they are two completely different receivers. Devontae Adams and Keenan Allen, they're very similar. Devontae Smith is similar to them. Are you a route runner? Or are you a possession receiver like D-Hop, like Mike Evans? Or are you a naturally shifty receiver like Justin Jefferson, like Stephon Diggs? Or are you more of a balanced receiver that can do everything like DK Metcalf, where he's big and strong and fast? Or Jamar Chase, where he's not too flashy, but he gets the job done each and every play. He gets in and out of his breaks super clean and super efficient. You got to understand your game. You got to understand who you play like. And then once you understand that, I want you to write down these 4 things on a piece of paper: your hands, your technique, your speed, and your IQ. And I want you to write it down, and next to each of those words, I want you to rank them 1 to 4. 4 being the best, 1 being the worst. You put 4 next to your best trait that you have, and you put 1 next to the trait that you want to get better at. For example, for me, I'm gonna put 4 for my hands, 3 for my IQ, 2 for my speed, whatever. And this is all from your perspective, nobody else's. Take a deep dive into who you are as a player and put these things down. And after you put these things down, now I'm gonna show you how to improve each aspect that you just wrote down, starting with your hands. So you wanna get better hands? Okay, easy. You just gotta catch more footballs. That's it. You gotta catch more footballs. You gotta throw it more, and you gotta catch it, and you gotta have fun. The key to being good at catching footballs is you gotta love catching footballs. Like you can go and you can run outside and run routes with your friends, or just toss the ball with anybody. You can do that all day. If you're able to do that, you can develop some great hands. And if you don't always have somebody to throw the football with, you can lay on your bed and throw the football by yourself. You can do that, even though that isn't as beneficial as catching it from a real QB. But you can do that, or you can catch some bricks each and every day, or you can use some things that strengthen your grip. You can do that. And then once you're catching more footballs, once you're catching bricks and strengthening your grip, then you just got to remind yourself that you catch everything. Because then you develop the skills, but now you got to make sure your mind is in tune with your body. And you got to make sure that you're telling yourself the right thoughts and not saying, oh, my hands suck. Oh, I can't catch today. You can't be saying that. You got to say, man, I catch everything. And even when you drop a pass, it's next play. Who cares? We can't do nothing about it. Next play. That's how you get better hands. Now, how to improve your technique, your route running, getting in and out of your breaks. You got to fall in love with watching film. And that's how you can improve your IQ as well. So these two are kind of in tune with each other. Now, in the beginning of this video, I asked you what your game was like, and I told you to be mindful of it. Now, think of somebody in the NFL or that's in college that is similar to your play style, and watch their film. How are they getting off press? How are they running their routes? And see how they run each and every route. How they run stop routes off of press. How they run stop routes off of catch man. How they run stop routes off of the DB that's 10 yards back. How do they run slants versus all those coverages? Look at all of that and be mindful of it. And you don't just have to watch film of these players. You can take things from each and every player that you could be similar to. You don't just have to watch film on one player and mimic everything. Take pieces from other players. Like say your favorite player is Devontae Adams. Okay, take releases from Justin Jefferson, take releases from Stephon Diggs, and see what works for you and see what you are best at. And just keep working that, and then make counters off of those moves. And every time you're running routes, whether you're with your friends or you're just messing around, whatever, be mindful of how you're running routes. Practice certain releases. Practice specific releases, see what works. And that's how you find your game. That's how you find your technique. See how they come out of the top of the routes. See how flat they come. Take all of these things in when you're watching film, and every time you hit the field, go apply it. And that's how you make sure that your technique is the right way. Now, how to increase your speed, your explosiveness. It's simple. Have 2 days where you're just running full speed sprints. 2 days where you're running 40s. Maybe one day you can run 40s and another day you can run sled sprints. But make sure you have a good dynamic warm up right before it and then go and do it. Every time I touch on speed, I say the same thing because it's what I did to get down from a 5.1 to a 4.4. It's exactly what I did. And so I'm telling you, what I'm telling you works. You just got to be consistent with it, and you got to believe that it works, because it really does work. To get a good dynamic warm up in, make sure you do some A skips, some B skips, some high knees. Listen to your body, know when you feel warm to run some 40s, and then go run some 40s and have 5 minutes rest in between. And do that twice a week. And I'm telling you, you will get faster. It's really that simple. In the days in between your 40s, you can do some plyometrics, or you can just do some field work, some technique work like we just touched on. And then now your IQ, kind of how I touched on with the technique, but now we're watching the players we're going against. We're watching the defenses, how they play versus certain downs and distances, how they play versus certain formations. When it's 3-by-1 and you're the receiver by itself, are they playing inside leverage press? Are they pressed up, or is a DB just 10 yards off? Look at all of that. Be mindful of all of that. Start finding out what beats certain coverages. Like say it's middle field close with the post safety, and you know they're playing cover 3, which is both the corners are playing their deep thirds and the safety's playing their deep third. You know that running routes up in the seam area, that's going to be open. Or if it's cover 2 and the corners are playing low and the safeties are going over the corners, you know you can hit the whole shot if you're the outside receiver. Or if you're the inside receiver, you could fake a corner, go to the post, and the post will be wide open in the middle of the field. So you got to start watching more film, being mindful, okay, is it middle field closed? Is it middle field open? And a lot of that is the quarterback's job. But if you're a receiver and you can know what the tendencies are of the defense, that'll make you so much better. That'll really make you unguardable, like the type of the receiver I was talking about in the beginning of the video. And then really the last thing is you gotta believe in yourself. You gotta believe that you are this receiver and that you are unguardable and that you do catch everything, because that's when it all comes together, really. You can do all of this stuff in the world, but if you don't believe in yourself, there's really no point in doing it. Hey, what's up, y'all? I was editing this video and I forgot to tell y'all that I'm reworking all of my courses. The ones that everybody that already bought my course and that already like finished some of them, or that was in the works of finishing them, I already told y'all what I'm doing, and I already refunded y'all for the thing I'm doing. But now I'm moving everything over into a community so I can get y'all to interact with each other, so y'all can be around like-minded people. And all the courses in there is free. It's just a subscription now. If you saw my secret video, then you get the first month for free. But if you didn't, then I'm gonna help you out still. I'm gonna have a link in my description where all of my courses are in there, and my community is in there. And you get the first 7 days free. First 7 days free, where you can learn as much as you can in the first 7 days. You can interact with other people that are similar to you. And then after 7 days, that's when you just get to decide if you want to keep on getting better, or if you want to keep doing what you're doing. And so if that interests you, go ahead, link in bio. And if you feel like this video helped you become a better receiver, watch this video, and this one will help you even more.